Hey everyone, Sheila here from Lifewithpets. So today I want to show you something we added to Belfin's tank, our goldfish tank, and just what it has done to the tank, and it is not good at all. So let's go take a look at what happened. So I added this bamboo plant, and as you can see it is fairly large and the roots on it are going absolutely crazy. Belfin wants to say hi, so let's get that over and done with, because he just loves the camera and has to be in every single video we do. All right, so we added this bamboo plant and I thought that it would just add some greenery coming out of the tank, and also it would help with water quality in pulling the nitrates out of the tank. Now, I added this about 2.5 weeks ago, and I measured it sort of when I added it up against the wall here, and it was just a little bit taller. I don't know whether you can see that little spot there, but it was just a little bit taller than that. And believe it or not, that was literally about 2 to 2.5 weeks ago. So you can see how crazy that has grown in such a small amount of time. But here's the issue that we're having. I have noticed that it has started to have an effect on the plants in the tank. We have lost several leaves off this Anubius here, and as you can see it is full of holes as well. We're getting a lot of holes further down in the plant, and like I say, a number of leaves have actually literally just disintegrated. So this plant is a lot smaller than it was. Also, the crypt that we have in here, now a disclaimer here, this one was never doing really good to start with. So over here we've got leaves, as you can see, they are going to die. I've actually sort of cleaned up the tank a little, and so it does look a lot better than it did because it was full of leaves from this plant, and so that is obviously not doing a good job at all. Now, we have always used the pothos, which you can see this one here is growing really nicely. I put this one in probably a few weeks ago. It was a very small cutting, and so this one goes into the tank. I don't know if you can just see the roots back there, and they go down and into the tank, and then that's what those roots are that are hanging down in the bottom here, and that has never really affected the plants whatsoever. So I just thought by adding this bamboo that it wouldn't really make any difference whatsoever, and it would actually help the tank. But what we found is instead it has actually started to disintegrate the plants, and so I'm going to have to, I think what I'm going to try and do is do some fertilizer, because that is something that I never usually use in any of our planted tanks. Well, actually that's not true. I do use it in our 75 gallon because it's so heavily planted, but I don't in any of our other tanks, although a lot of them are really heavily planted, but we just don't need it. But in this one I am going to start doing that, because you can see that there's a stem there, and then there's like whatever that is, thank you Belfin, whatever that is there sort of wafting around, that was a leaf and it's died off, and then there's several leaves underneath that are starting to die off as well. So I'm actually quite shocked that this has happened in such a relatively short space of time with adding that plant. But obviously the bamboo is drawing a great deal of nutrients from the water because it has grown so much as well. So I am going to leave it in there because I do think that it is a nice addition to the tank. I like the way that it does look coming out of the tank, and long term I may add some more, but obviously I can't do that right now until we get the tank balanced. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do that very soon, and then we can maybe add a few more of those in there, because I do like the look of them and I can't believe how quickly they've grown as well. So that is the issue that we're having. Let me know in the comments box below if you are having any issues like that. You've added maybe pothos to your aquarium and you found that it is making a difference. Our most popular video, believe it or not, is our adding a pothos to an aquarium, and we have had a great deal of success with that. We do actually have it in several of our tanks, well, not in the tanks but sticking out of the tanks, and it grows really well, as you can see with this one right here. And so just let me know in the comments box below if you have dealt with this and also how you fixed it. Did you just take the plants out, or did you do the fertilizer, and did that make a difference? It's going to be interesting to see if adding the fertilizer into the tank is going to make a difference with the bamboo as well. Because obviously that's going to be feeding on the nutrients as well. I have had a lot of requests to do more videos on the goldfish, so I do have a few more planned. I've also had a lot of requests for mystery snail and what we feed them and sort of the care of them. I do have, well, I haven't got a feeding video out, but I do have a how we care for them. But if you guys have got any other video ideas or anything that you particularly want to see, then just let me know in the comments box below. We do also have 2 new betta fish, and so we're going to be doing videos on that very soon. We're going to do a big makeover on the divided tank. They're both in quarantine right now. One of them comes with a very, very sad story, and so hopefully I'm going to get those videos up very soon. I am a little behind doing videos. I was way ahead and now I'm behind again because we've just got so much going on at home. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get that. So I know that that was maybe an abrupt end to the last clip, but I then went on to talk about our puppy Lucy, and unfortunately since that video was actually done, which was a few days ago, things have changed dramatically. In that clip I was just saying that our puppy was really sick and that we were trying to get medication sorted out, but unfortunately in a very short space of time and a complete shock to our family, we actually had to have her put to sleep. So I just didn't want to end the video the way it was, otherwise it would have looked a little bit funny. However, I obviously didn't want to leave it in there that, you know, can you just please be thinking about her and stuff like that, because she was sick. Because obviously that is not the case now, unfortunately. We lost her at the end of last week, and it has left us extremely shocked because it was not expected at all. For those of you that aren't sure who Lucy is, we did do many videos with her called the Lucy videos. I don't know whether I have a playlist or not, but my son used to make videos with her, and she was a little star on our channel for a while. We haven't done any for quite a long time. I will leave maybe 1 or 2 linked up in the iCard if you want to take a look at them. So I'm just wanting to close this video out. I didn't want to sort of leave it with the old footage because, like I say, that unfortunately has changed, and now we're sort of dealing with the loss of another dog literally about 2.5 to 3 months after we lost her sister. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more videos like this, maybe not this part but the beginning part, then go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to turn your notifications on. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.